Hey guys, Meag and Merlen here, Star Director of Team Represents. I am coming to you because I've had a lot of requests for me to show some of my other systems that I use in my Scentsy business. So today I'm coming to you, well, not live, but live, with my sample mailers, which is a binder I use. This is something that I just started doing, and I have to give a shout out to Director Sarah Smitley from Summerville, South Carolina. She's one of my good friends. I adopted this idea from her and kind of just ran with it. She runs it pretty much the same, and she has had great success with it. So if you're looking for more information or you don't like the way I do it, she is somebody else that also does it. So that's just some other ideas for you. And again, what works for one consultant may not work for another, and there's nothing wrong with that. I say take a system and tweak it to where it works for you. So I'm going to show you how I do this. It is a little bit of a process, but it has been successful. So super simple. I just have it in a binder because you know me, I love binders. If you don't know me, I love binders. I love mini binders. They're like my favorite thing. I use them in my whole business for everything. And they just, my hair, sorry guys. They just work for me. But that, you know, you could come up with some other system or have a notebook or you use Excel, whatever the case may be. I use Excel with this, so it works out really well. But you know, again, tweak it to how it works for you. So sample mailer binder, inside all I have is months, January through December. They're just little month tabs that I got at Office Depot, Staples, but they're on Amazon, they're everywhere. They're just tabs, okay? Like, so you know, to dissect the months, to separate them. So right here, I started, you could just, I'll go back to June, right? So I've got all my customers that ordered that month and the month before. Here comes the cat, y'all. I know if you know me, the cat's gotta come. So I've got all my customers that ordered in May and June here. And the thing was that my June ones went out at the end of June, which is fine. I'm, you know, a free sample is a free sample. I'm not going to be extra picky about it. If as long as it goes out during the month, I'm happy. As long as they're getting something, I'm happy. Would you stop, please? Stop. So I didn't go back all the way because, you know, I've been selling Scentsy for a really long time, and I'm not going to go. I just started this, so I'm not going to go all the way back. I really wanted to perfect it and just start from scratch somewhere. So basically, I have them, you're gonna get locked in a room in a second, you're not gonna like it. I have all the customers just right here on these 4 sheets of paper that I printed off from Excel, because that's where I put them. And in here, I've got like, if they reordered, I marked next to it. So if they reordered after I sent the sample, I just kind of marked next to it for me, so I know that they've renewed themselves for 3 months, okay? Because that's how I'm doing these. You get a sample for 3 months, and on that 3-month mark, if you have not reordered, you're getting a card that says, hey, you haven't ordered in 3 months, don't miss out on your free sample. Make sure you place an order this month. So here's what they look like. I use these envelopes. I get them from Cello Bags on Etsy. She's very reasonable and she ships super fast. I usually get them in a day. This is the first size that's mailable. So I make sure that because I want to mail just this. I don't want to mail it in another envelope. And so I'm trying not to like show, oh, you know what? Hold on one second. Okay, sorry. I just want to show you a blank one so I was not going to continue to cover that label. So, samples go in here. They're pretty thin. And yeah, I send wax and I send it all the time. If it melts, it melts, but they could still smell it. So I think it's still perfect. In here is a business card and it says, Happy Mail, you just received a free premium scent sample from your scent gal Meg. Thank you for your loyal business and have a sensational day. And then on the opposite side is a picture of me. It's like a business card with my name, phone number, website, and email. And so this goes in every single package. That card, the scent, I'll either put the scent of the month stickers on there, or I just print off little labels that tell you what it is, like this. Right? So also these use 2-ounce stamps, okay? These are 2-ounce stamps, or they used to be 70, then they were 71, then they were 68. It's like 68, 69, or 70 cents. I just print them off at home, but I just recently ran out of net labels for stamps.com, so I had to go buy some, and I just bought a bunch, and I don't know how much they were. And then I have mini address labels, which I printed on Avery. I bought the like 80 labels per sheet or whatever it is. I mean, they're really small, as you can see, and I just printed out a bunch of those, so I have them. And you want those specific stamps because these are non-machine readable because of their thickness, even though they're not super thick. But because of that, they are not going to put these through the machine. They're just going to go straight through, okay? So that's why you want those stamps, because it's a thick package and they're not going to get machine read. So basically, I send these for 3 months when they order. So if somebody orders in June, right? And then they order again in July, well, they've just renewed themselves like an additional month, basically. So, you know, because June would have been July, August, September. Well, now they're renewed through October. If they don't order by October, I'm sending them another card, which I would show you, but it's not here with me. And my next packages are going to say it. Whoever hasn't ordered is going to get a card that basically says, hey, you haven't ordered from me in 3 months. I miss you. I'm sure you're running low on wax. Can I get you anything? How are your light bulbs? Basically just a follow-up. So a follow-up to my follow-up. If you haven't seen my follow-up binder video, it's the same thing. I'm all about the follow-ups, you guys, and you know I love them. And so this is super simple. And then so last month I did that, and then I reprinted. I've just been printing them in order of how my address labels are. So like I know, that's just like a mental note for me. Okay. You're gonna go in the other room in a second. So, I'm just printing them like this, and as they order, I'm gonna mark next to it, and then I'm gonna star all the ones that haven't ordered by the end of August, because then they're gonna get the card that says you're gonna go off my list. And if they go off my list, they're going off my list until they order again, and then they'll get put back on the list and back into the line. But I've got it just simply addressed or set up, like it's kind of an alphabetical order now, but I've had people that I made like double labels by accident, so I slid people in there. And then I had more new people order in June that weren't getting labels, so I was able to, June and July, so I was able to add them. So I added them in. Seriously, this cat's killing me. And they got put on here, so then they're gonna get their renewed. Can you sit? They're renewed for 3 months, basically. So basically, you can run this however you want, but I think 3 months is a great time, especially because that's how my follow-up system runs too, is that you're wanting them to order every 3 months. You're following up every 3 months with your customers, so I kind of keep them on that schedule, so I think that this is perfect. So these go in here, they go, keep it super simple. The sample is in its own bag. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I did with the blank one. But it's in its own bag, like the Scentsy bags. So you could see like the Ziploc here. It's in this envelope in that bag. And these look a little wet because I have had them in the freezer because I'm gonna bring them to the post office tomorrow, like this whole bag of them. And I'm just putting them in the freezer for now because it's still really hot here in South Carolina, but I'm not, like, I wasn't a huge fan of wax samples. They didn't work for me, so I stopped using them. What works for you may not work for me and vice versa, so don't sweat it. So that's how I do it. I throw them in the freezer, no big deal. I mean, it's probably not gonna keep them solid. I mean, I saw some people's last month that they were just melted like in the form, like in whatever they got. they were melted like this, but just like soft. I saw ones that the whole thing was just melted through, but they still got the experience, and it didn't deter them from ordering or not. So if they do, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, beggars can't be choosers, right? In the nicest way possible. I mean that in the nicest way. So it's a super simple program. I'm really liking it. It's gotten a lot of good feedback, and I'm feeling like a lot of people are really liking it, and they're loving like getting the samples. So I thought that was really cool. And I'm just using this to follow up. So as people order, I can just check them off through October, through whatever the case may be. It's again, a new system that I'm doing, so it's not perfect. But I am going to continue to use it. And I've noticed with systems and other things that I do that I tweak along the way. If something isn't working, I pinpoint what isn't working and change it. Because if you keep a system and you don't target what it is that's like preventing you from using it, you're never going to use that system, and then it's a waste, okay? You want it to be, you want to utilize it. You want this to be a good system for you and your business. So find something that works for you. Me personally, I'm a visual person. It could be on the computer, but I need it in front of me too. So this is on the computer. And as for the address labels for all these people, I typed them all up in Avery and saved them as a template. So like I just update that every month, basically. This thing is just doing whatever it wants. So I keep that super simple, and that's how yeah, you're freaking out, huh? I wish you could see her. She's always got, I even fed her right before this so she wouldn't be all up in my space. That didn't work out, y'all. She used the iPad as like a scratching post for her head. And I've totally lost my train of thought. Oh yes, the address labels in Avery. I saved them in there so I can update them later on. Yes, that took a minute to do and get all those addresses in there, but it's worth it now because it's done. And then I just edit from that point on, right? So when I started it, I said, okay, these people are all gonna get samples for 3 months. And then after that, if they don't reorder, they're going off the list. So then they just get deleted and replaced. And of course, the whole point is that we don't want our customers to get deleted and replaced. We want them to continue to reorder. And from talking to Sarah, she has had a ton of success with this. And so many of her customers don't want to be not getting their samples every month. So it's perfect for her. And I've noticed in my VIP group that people were so thrilled that they were receiving free samples. And they were just so excited, and they were not expecting it at all. So I really love that too. And they seem to really like it. And then hopefully, you know, if they do happen to fall off, that maybe a couple months down the road, they'll reorder, and I'll follow up with them anyways, because hopefully, you know, like me, I don't try to let anybody and you know, I follow up with everybody, even if it's after the 3 months. So that's just me. Please let me know if you have any questions or if I've missed something, but it's very simple, you guys, super simple. I get my envelope cello bags from, or like cellophane bags from Cello Bags on Etsy. She's super awesome. She ships quick. They're reasonably priced. I think I just got 500 bags for $18 or something like that. They come like overnight. I mean, she's super fast. I use the Scentsy bags inside to keep the wax. You don't have to use the Scentsy bags. It's just easy for me to add them to an order. They're $1 or $2, but I have a ton of them. You can get jewelry bags from Michael's or whatever you want. I just like to have the wax in a separate space. I have my business card in here that is specific to this mail that says free happy mail. You just received a free premium scent sample from your scent gal Meg. Thank you for your loyal business and have a sensational day. And it's cute. I made them on Vista. If you can, oh boy, this has somebody's address on it. I don't know what I did with my blank one, so it's lost in this bag. And then I have a card for when their 3 months are up and I need them, or I want them to reorder, and hope that they want to continue to receive their free sample that just says, oh no, please don't go. Oh no, please don't go. You're not going to be receiving my free sample anymore if you don't place an order this month. So, It's simple, it's cute, and of course you want your customers to stay. So that's just that. And then I use the mini binder to kind of keep track and like follow along as the month goes on. That's just for my reference. You can do it any way that works for you. But basically I use Avery, Excel, and my binder. But Avery and Excel are, you know, mobile. You can get on those on your computer. And then my binder's with me when I need it. So basically I just make samples as I get the scent of the month, and like I just get ahead of the schedule, and then that's it. I mean, it's easy peasy. I try to have them one step ahead, like ready to go. Yeah, please let me know if you have any questions. I hope that was helpful. And I will definitely get back with you guys with more of my binders and systems. Okay, see ya.